So bad. We're live and we're going to talk about something very interesting, a bombshell that Charles Schwab, the CEO, had talked about. Apparently, Bitcoin's pumping. We're at $109,000. So we're going to do a market update. We're also going to talk about a little bit about where I see the future of crypto going, because I don't know how bullish I am on crypto doing its own thing. I'm bullish on traditional finance and the banks and whatnot absorbing crypto, and we'll go ahead and we'll talk about it. I do multi-stream to TikTok Studio, and it doesn't push it, so I have to do it from the phone. But anyways, good morning to TikTok, good morning to YouTube, good morning to Twitch, good morning to Rumble. Really quick shout out to my my YouTube people over here that are watching, to Mr. Dale, to Mr. Lawrence, to Mr. John Legend. And yeah, I know that, anyways. Let's just get into it. YouTube is being a little bit slow over here, but you know, it is what it is. So let's go and talk about what the CEO of Charles Schwab has said. By the way, Bitcoin is at $109,000 right now. So we're looking up. October is going back up. So let's go ahead and listen to this this little clip here. You know, it's good.
In crypto, we do offer crypto ETFs. Bitcoin.
Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, hold on. Sorry. It's Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning.
In crypto, we do offer crypto ETFs, Bitcoin futures, closed-end funds. In fact, our clients own 20% of all the crypto exchange-traded products in our country. So they've been very active. We've seen visits to our crypto site go up 90% in the last year. It's a topic that's of high engagement.
So this interview was done on CNBC. Nate Garassi had posted it. He is a ETF guy. But in short, it's a topic that's of high engagement. Schwab clients own 20% of all crypto exchange traded products. Visits to Schwab crypto site have increased 90% in the last year. Schwab operates one of the largest brokerages in the US. I hope you're paying attention. So that's what he said. So let's go ahead and break this down and talk about it. So we have traditional. Well, thank you so much to Lawrence for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. And I'll get to everybody else in the chat in a second. So be patient with me. Be patient. Now, what is he talking about here? He's basically talking about, we drop these crypto products, which people like to call Bitcoin and crypto the same thing, which to me, Bitcoin is a crypto. It's queen bee, it's the top. But a lot of the old narratives of Bitcoin that it's to be used as money and whatnot, I don't think Bitcoin's money anymore. I really don't. The use case can change. Yes, you can use it for money. It is a store of value. But realistically, when I think about Bitcoin, I think of it more as a store of value. I think of more of it as a way for peaceful protest, for me to own my own asset, for me to remove the middleman, opt out of it, but more so as this is just my opinion for myself, not you guys, but as a solid investment for long term. I think gold is another good one. I think real estate is another good one. But when we're talking about stocks and we're talking about bonds and maybe even some other cryptos, like a lot of cryptos are operated like companies, and that's okay. They still have decentralized aspects of it. But realistically, at the end of the day, Bitcoin is not really great for P2P transactions. You can use it. You can use Lightning Network, but anytime you use Lightning Network, it's a network built on top of Bitcoin that removes some of the privacy and some of the security and those types of things to an extent. So I love Bitcoin. I think it's great, but I see Bitcoin more as a store of value, as an easier way to obtain gold. Now, when we kind of pivot back to what Charles Schwab is saying, the visits to their website went up 90% this year. They operate one of the largest brokerages in the US, which makes sense because people trust them, even though they're a predatory third party, because that's what anything in traditional finance is, in my personal opinion. Also, Schwab clients own 20% of all crypto exchange traded products. And so there's interest in it. And that's why I've specifically said, one of the things to pay attention to the cycle, I know there's a lot of volatility. I know numbers not going up the way you guys wanted to. A lot of people are like, where's altcoin season? I've got people over on the TikTok chat. They're like, why, XRP ended the lawsuit. Why isn't it going up? Well, one of the reasons why is we did see XRP pump from about 50 cents to $3, which is 5-6 times, which is amazing. In addition to that, a lot of altcoins also popped off already. And this cycle is very different than the last. Every single cycle is different. This particular cycle, we did see a lot of activity happen with happened with meme coins, whether it be Solana and BNB and Base and all of those, which is, some people were able to make money. Great, fine, fantastic. Most people lost. Now, with that being said, this cycle is a lot different than the next. And I think that to truly see an altcoin season, I think it's going to be with the lots of, and we love HBAR, their quantum resistant software, absolutely love them. But I think that, and again, HBAR is one of those projects that is also going to be a spot ETF that will get approved. I think the projects that will succeed this cycle and will sustain will be the ones with crypto spot ETFs, primarily because we have this data over here from Charles Schwab. Folks over at Charles Schwab are saying, crypto site visits up. They own 20% of all exchange traded products. It's a high top of engagement, like all of these different things. So basically what traditional finance is doing is they play the long game. They play the slow game. What they do is they take a look at they take a look at what's happening. They wait until it's getting a little bit closer, and they kind of watch. It's kind of like they stalk their prey a little bit. What is that? A hawk that does that? What kind of animal does that? They just kind of chill and they stalk their prey. Maybe a tiger or a wolf. I don't know. I'd have to look into that. But moral of the story is they know what's coming. We might go into a bear market. We might essentially top off and get another big correction like we saw in 2021. Yesterday, we did a video. We talked about the two market tops that we had. The two market tops that we had were April 12th, 2021 and November 8th, 2021, about 7 months apart. And we peaked at 65, and then we peaked at 68. The moral of the story is that we don't know what the future holds, but we can pay attention to people like over at Charles Schwab and be like, hey, this is what's happening. So that's my personal opinion. Hey, Tim, I think that the market will, do what it will do. But one of the issues is a lot of people still want to trade and catch that big runner, those big runners and the gainers. But in reality, most people are not good traders. Most people are better just long-term investing, and that's okay. So moral of the story is, I think the market's going to be just fine. I appreciate this intel and this information that Nate posted and from the Charles Schwab CEO, just primarily because they're talking about how much money they're going to make. And at the end of the day, these banks, these traditional financial entities, they just care about money. Really quickly, I wanted to pivot to this topic. I posted all the crypto exchanges that have been hacked for user data will force the government's hand. Social media platforms and crypto exchanges have no responsibility to protect users. Cold storage is great until there is human error. Banks will remain empowered and absorb. And I talk about vertical integration a lot on this channel. Also, there was a gentleman on TikTok, just a regular guy. Fortunately, he was drained for close to $3 million. I came across this video this morning, and it was just terrible to hear and watch that happen. He had a cold storage wallet, and something happened with it. And when we talk about mass adoption in crypto, I don't think we're really going to see mass adoption, honestly. I think what's going to end up happening is the banks and traditional finance are going to vertically absorb everything, and they're kind of going to take over. So I don't know if we're going to have another altcoin season. I don't know if we're going to have an altcoin season like we've seen in the past. I don't know what's going to end up happening, but I do know is that most of us that you guys are watching, we're still essentially early, and we still do have the opportunity. Oh, PP coin or PP token. We still do our PP chain. We still do have the opportunity to continue to accumulate assets that we do want to accumulate and that we do want to hold to essentially kind of front run in the next 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever years. So moral of the story is, I don't know. I'm not really feeling optimistic about crypto as far as it's setting out to do what it's supposed to do. Bitcoin, yes and no. But really, it's just kind of a transfer of wealth, and I want you guys to be able to absorb that wealth. But anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the market. Name of the baker, you got the apple fritter. It's actually one that's kind of local to me, so unfortunately, I can't share just because I got to make sure me and Lo are safe. But one thing I want to shill to you guys and push to you this morning on the channel, I want you to take action and go to your local donut shop and buy donuts from them. Why not? If you can't do it this weekend, do it next weekend. Why? Because it's fun. I love supporting small businesses, but yeah, it's a little local donut shop. And it was actually really good and tasty. So I ate half of it yesterday. I ate the other half this morning. And it was as big as my head. So I could actually show you. Let me show you guys really quickly. Where is it over here? And I know I keep sniffling. It's not very demure nice. So this is the apple fritter from yesterday. It's apple fritter. And then for reference, here's my head. Here's my head. Yeah. It was delicious. It was worth the calories. So good. All right, let's get into the market. So, you know what's so funny? This co-AI thing, it dumps and crypto market pumps. It's an inverse project right now, but everything is up pretty well. Everything is looking good right now. Bitcoin is pumping. Bitcoin is up. We like this chart. And the reason why we like this chart is kind of important levels, just kind of like Murray lines or something like that. But I like to do my own. Now, with that being said, as we went from 108,000, or excuse me, sorry, Wendy's still like waking up a little bit. I can see Bitcoin going below $100,000. I can. We'll talk, and we're talking about it right now. So we're going to remove the drawings. This is our other chart. So this week we had a really last week was a great liquidation of $20 billion. Doesn't mean $20 billion left the money market. It just people got liquidated, not for that entire amount. So we opened at 115. We got a swing wick low to 103, and we're currently trading at about 109. This is great, but realistically, let me zoom in and see where we are. Realistically, we need to get above last week's close at 111, or excuse me, last week's open at 111. That would be the bare minimum. Bitcoin to 30K, I don't think so. If that happened, I would honestly be shocked, but I don't think it is. And if you guys are interested in XRP, we are partnered with Kraken. So if you want to get free XRP, all you need to do is you need to go to either to my website or go to the YouTube description. Click on it and you sign up with a brand new Kraken account. If you deposit $100, trade, buy, whatever it is, at least have $100 in volume, they will give you $25 in XRP. So if that's something that you're interested in, go to my website, go to the YouTube, whatever it is. So right now, the weekly looks bearish, but just because the weekly looks bearish doesn't mean that can't change. We actually had a really nice move up, but again, I really want to see above $112,000. Oh, I got in trouble. What? Again? What did we do it? Frauds and scams. Oh, they don't like when I talk about, oh, okay. No, I don't agree with it. Yeah, we're going to appeal that because that's, we're going to appeal it. Yeah, I went ahead and appealed it, so we'll see. Yeah, every time I go live on TikTok now, I get banned. I don't know why. Anyways, if you want to use my Kraken ref link, great. I told you guys it's been a rough week for me. Like, I just can't. I'm like getting censored everywhere. It's just, I'm just really, really frustrated with life in general. It's really hard when you work for something, when you work really hard for something and then it just gets taken away without any explanation, without anyone you can talk to or why. It's like, even though I'm technically my own boss, yeah, TikTok, even though I'm technically my own boss, I still have bosses. They're still overlords that kind of oversee everything. So is what it is. But back to Bitcoin. So basically what we see is I need to get us close at least about $112,000. Now, taking a look at the daily over here, daily's trying to pop up and trying to kind of reclaim what's going on, which is good. And on the 4-hour over here, we're really, really trying to push up. But I don't know if we have enough momentum to get us to close above $111,000. So I can't really give like a bullish or bearish sentiment. I guess every little mini victory is good. Taking a look at Ethereum. Ethereum's back up, doing well. Getting ready to break 4,054. Solana, we're getting ready to hit $198 on our way up. XRP is up at 241. Link 1754. I had to actually sell my Link position for a loss yesterday because I had to get my stuff off an exchange. That's a whole nother story for another time. Taking a look at ADA. ADA is at 68 cents. And HBAR is at 17 cents. And on that note, I kind of want to see, I'm so sorry to hear that, Trent. I'm so sorry to to hear that. Thank you, Clayboy. So all you got to do is I've got a Kraken ref link, which is up there or down below, and it has to be a brand new account, and you have to use that ref link, and you get $25. But with that being said, I'll be back maybe later with another market update. I just kind of want to see where we close. So I hope Litecoin pumps for you guys. But thank you guys so much for supporting me. I appreciate it. Big shout out. Thank you to Lawrence. Thank you to Jonathan. Thank you to John Legend. Thank you to Timp, to Lawrence again, and everybody else that's watching. But sending you guys love and light, and I'm going to head off for the day. Oh, thank you so much. Shah, thank you so much for the $2 super chat.